Welcome to another episode of the Inner Circle Podcast on this beautiful day. Hello, you two. We are Charlie and Melanie. Welcome to the Inner Circle Podcast. How is everyone?
Hola.
Good. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day out. I'm very thankful for today's weather, and even yesterday wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. But
did you see that it's gonna rain the whole week?
Something like that. But then it's also it's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be humid. Because if you look at the weather though, it's almost 90. So even with rain and 90, that means it's gonna be, even if it's cloudy out or raining, it's gonna be like that sticky, icky, like Florida.
Yeah. That's disgusting. And you know what I've been wanting to do? I really want to I want to lay out. I want to tan. I don't want to go.
I want to go to Central Park. I want to go to the Meadows. I want to go to Central Park and lay out. I think that's something I'm going to do this week. I'm actually going to put, funny, we were talking about before the show, like a list for the summer. Not no crazy list. Nothing crazy, but just certain things like museum, go to Central Park, lay out, even if it's once. Like, that's what I want. Like, I can't let my summer go by and like we said we were going to be outside, and we've been outside purposely. But there's still. I mean, we're still in July. We're not going to rush summer. Oh, girl, I was thinking today about praying and journaling. I'm like, summer's almost over. Like August is there,
and I don't feel like. I mean, part of August we're not going to be around. So
thank you. So that's why I'm like, you know what? No.
Actually, most of August.
Yeah. So I'm putting up like certain things I want to do and like try to get done in July. I know, God willing, I'm supposed to go to Fire Island. I haven't been to Fire Island in years. Like
I'm so jealous.
20s, I haven't been to Fire Island.
Wait, when are you going?
I'm not giving dates.
No, don't give the dates.
Private citizen sometimes here. I ain't giving dates because I ain't trying to have no surprise pop up like
a Joe Zarin surprise.
Honey, this ain't no Jack in the Box. I don't want no surprises. But how are you? Anything new? What is going on?
What's the tea, honey bee? Everything's good. Can't complain. I have to keep it light, keep it cute. But no, everything's fine. This weekend has been productive. Yeah. I'll talk more later, I guess. I don't know.
Have you checked out going into like TV and stuff? I know you're into this Love Island thing, and I don't know if it's ended already or it's
actually Sunday's the finale.
Okay, so all right, so it's
by the time this airs, it will be announced who wins. And God willing, my Dominicans win. Amaya, Papaya, and Brian. I told you about Brian. He is a cutie, and he's from Everett. Is that a place in Massachusetts? Something with an E. I don't know, but he's adorable, and so is she.
But I don't watch Long Island, but I got into the new Dexter, which dropped this past.
Oh yeah.
On Paramount Plus. If you have it, you have it.
It has 100% in Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Listen, it dropped 2 episodes, and then they're gonna drop a new episode every Friday. I'm hooked. I watched the first episode last night and finished it today. Before running to do my things.
Yeah.
It's set in New York City, which gives it a new element. I'm already hooked. Like every time I think, what are they doing? When they say, like when they brought it back, Resurrection with this song, I'm like, what are they doing? How is this gonna fit? Because how it ended, they did it. And then when that happened last season, which I enjoyed it as a fan of the previous one, I followed it, but I felt like, Then when I heard they brought it back, I'm like, what are they doing? But I'm hooked. I'm hooked.
Is it that good? Should I watch it? But like, I never saw the New Blood. I didn't. I literally just saw the one
What do you
series.
mean Blood? You mean the prequel, right? That aired like a few months ago with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. I
You don't have
literally
to
just
watch that.
watched like
You don't
the.
have to watch it to get into this one, no. But it's good because it gives you a backstory. Like La
Okay.
Guetta and everyone, it gives you a backstory. So if you didn't watch it, I recommend it. It's really good, but you do not have to watch it in order to watch.
Did you watch the one with his son?
Yes, the last one.
I didn't watch that. So that's what
Oh, so you need to watch it. No, you need to watch
like
it.
this one.
You got to watch it. Yeah, you got to watch it.
I need
Oh,
to watch something. I need something to watch because I like Love Island is gonna finish.
Yeah, it gives you a summary. You know, at the beginning of a new season, like last time on. So if
Yeah,
you, I mean, but I would say I would recommend to watch it though.
fine.
I would recommend to watch it.
It's
And
on
it may be,
Paramount.
and I'm gonna give you a warning because I just said it. It may be a little like compared to like the thing, but it's still a story. So just finish it, and then once you finish it, this this was a good one already.
Okay.
But moving on from television to music, Justin Bieber dropped his new album this past Friday, which was a surprise album. For the most part, people knew he was working on an album because his Instagram and he was in the studio. So it's like people expected, okay, he's working on new music, but
Yeah.
he tried to pull up Beyonce and just surprise bitch dropped. Some marketing was done. There was marketing that said swag, the title of his album, in big places like Times Square, Cali, and big other markets. Now, on iTunes, the last time I looked, and you may be happy to hear about this because I'm sure you're fans of these guys. I think I've heard you say this, but on iTunes, he has not hit number one though because Clips album that they dropped, I didn't even know that they had an album coming out. They've been at number one this past weekend since Friday. So with that being said, I don't know if you've heard Justin Bieber's album. I did. I know, and I've seen comments. I like to read the comments. I have brothers. I have people that give opinions and send things. I know some people are feeling it, but from what I'm feeling and seeing, I'm not seeing the big
It doesn't have the momentum that his last album had.
or momentum where like a Beyonce or someone does a drop release like that. I'm not feeling that momentum. Yes, I'm seeing comments and people are making videos, but it's just not as heightened. And I have not heard as of by the time this show airs, I have not heard of him breaking any streaming records. Like when sometimes like a Taylor Swift or a Bad Bunny or Karol G drops something like most stream Latin or most stream this or most stream first day or male. I have not heard nothing like that for Justin Bieber's latest album Swag. I did try to give it a listen to the first half of the album. I just couldn't get into it, or maybe I'm not in the moment to really immerse into it when I try to listen to it. But I don't know. I don't know if you listen to it.
I sure did not.
And okay, so with that being said, my next question for you is: do you think his momentum has maybe diminished a little bit? Like
Yeah. So the only reason I knew that he came out with a new album is because the director of Bad Bunny's Nueva York, Renel Medrano, she was the one that did the photography and the album cover for Justin Bieber's latest album. And she posted,
working.
She is a working woman. We love a Dominican that works. The thing with Justin, I feel, is that he's lost his trajectory only because he's only known now for being married to Hailey Bieber, having a kid, his mental health issues like that he's put front and center, some of the weird, odd behavior that he has in the internet and social media. I feel like his personality has taken over more than his like artistry. I remember his not his last album, but like I think one of his best albums was the one where he came out with that song. What do you mean? Was it Focus or something?
That is. Oh, I love that album. That album is monumental in my life. That's when I moved to Miami. But
yeah, I remember.
Going, I'll let you know.
I think that was like well crafted. Purpose. Yeah.
Yes.
That was such a great. My favorite song was what is the song? Can we? Something like
Can we keep each other company? Oh,
Company. I
damn,
love that song.
jam.
But if you like play that versus whatever he has going on right now, I don't even need to listen to it to know that it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not gonna be the
Listen,
same.
his last album, this is his first album in 4 years. His last album, Justice, which I believe came out in 2021.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
2021, 2020, 2021. That was a great, it wasn't a bad album. He had a few hits. He definitely had a song that me and my brothers all loved. Um,
The ghost
that
of
I
something like
dedicate to our
that.
mom. But like, it wasn't a bad album. So I don't know if it's the 4 years. I don't know if it's like he is a man now. And remember, he came out when he was basically a teen. So it's just like the same things like the Britneys and the Backstreet Boys and the NSYNCs. And certain people, like you have this big, massive fandom when they're
Mhm.
tweens, teenagers, but we all grow up and we outgrow things. So it's like, has his fans outgrown him and do they care enough to still go to him? You know, that's
Well, I don't think it's a matter of like people outgrowing him because I feel like for starters, One Direction, all the individual members, especially like Liam Payne, God rest his soul, passing away, people were still going to their concerts. People were still like, One Direction, whatever you call the fandom. But I think again with Justin, he's done a lot of things that have been a little bit off-putting. For me, coffin, the final nail in the coffin was when he posted that shit about Hailey Bieber being on the cover of Vogue and him saying like that he told her that she would never be on the cover during an argument. There's some shit that you have to like, I don't know, keep that shit under wraps as a couple. Like you don't need to expose all your dirty laundry. One, saying that to your significant other is rude as fuck. But not to mention to tell people of the outside world that you said that about your significant other is crazy. But
well, the point, yeah, that is crazy sharing it, but I'm sure we cannot say that it is messed up for him to like say that, but we don't know also the back and forth because there's cause and effect in everything in life.
absolutely,
And
I
Haley
just
Bieber,
feel I just feel like that made more like of a headline than his
yeah,
own like
keep
music.
some things to yourself, buddy.
For
Like just
real.
keep it a private life, and that's something I'm learning as well. And I actually was thinking about today reflection because Coco Jones apparently is engaged to a basketball player, and no one knew they were dating 2 years. And I was listening to this podcast, and they basically said like, yo, like sometimes keep it a private life, and it dawned on me. I'm like, because it makes you think about what you've done and relationship you've been in and what you share, what you don't. I'm like, do I need to keep the next one
Yeah,
like secret?
private. What is it? Happy private life, happy wife, or whatever.
No, happy wife, happy life. That's what they say
Yeah,
about
I
it.
know, but no, fuck that because it can't just be about the wife.
No, no, no. It's a he, she, they, them world. Anyways, moving on to speaking about music. I was listening to music yesterday, and I've been going like where there's just certain songs that just like pop in my head, and I'm like, let me put this on, and then I'm like stuck on them, like it was just released yesterday.
Yeah.
A beauty of what I love about music. So it made me think artists and their biggest hits. Like I wanted to like get into us naming big artists and what you think are their classics. And when I say classics, hits, something that's like basic. What's the word? I'm having a brain fart, but never aging. It doesn't age. Like
Timeless.
carries through the timeless. Basically, it carries through generations. The way where when we weren't even born, some of us, or were mere babies when Billie Jean was out or Beat It, but yet we grew up with them, and as adults, we still jam to them when they come on out of function. So let's talk basically people in our generation, like
I love this. All right, let's go.
the Spice Girls and the Backstreet Boys. Let's start with the Spice Girls because that's one of the things that brought us together musically. What do you think from their songs, their catalog, is like classic, timeless hits that will go on as we continue in this world?
It's hard to differentiate like my favorites versus like songs that were number one in the charts. Like for me, there's 3 songs. Obviously, Wannabe, that is always gonna be like a banger.
Yeah.
People are always gonna like sing that during karaoke. The second one, Say You'll Be There, because it just gave like a R&B vibe with these 5, well, 4 out of 5 were white women. Shout out Scary Spice,
Right? The
my
flavor.
favorite Melanie. And then Never Give Up on the Good Times. But then at the same time, Spice Up Your Life, like, hello. Spice World is like our favorite movie of all time.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, have you been watching the DVD that you got for Christmas?
Oh, I've been seeing it. I've like watched it a few times and
Just
like
making
take naps like watching it.
But yeah, with Spice Girls, I feel like those 3 songs, like Spice Up Your Life, classic, and Wannabe.
Spice. It is funny because I think I thought this yesterday, but then something popped up on Facebook earlier this week, like their biggest hits, and I guess it's by numbers. It's proven, I guess, by Spotify, like their biggest stream songs. And funny enough, Spice Up Your Life was like not even in the top 3. So I was surprised by that. But Wannabe, of course, was number 1. And I agree. 2 years ago at summer camp, I had a camper who, like, I had kindergarten and first grade, and this little girl was singing "If You Wanna Be My." Remember, I think I will show you this. I think I sent you videos.
Yeah.
And it's like I love to see it. It's like I'm like, how do you know that song? So you shout out to the parents, because obviously it has to do with family or friends or influence that they're around. So I love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
But Wannabe is definitely one of their time. Like it's gonna go on. Like it's one of those songs. I would say for certain Wannabe. Now, Spice Up Your Life, to me, I feel like it's one of those other songs that will come out of function and people would just like the millennials will like hype it up.
Remember the David Morales club mix?
We
went to a club for New Year's, I remember. I think it was in Rhode Island. And that song came up, and we were with Fernando and Sean. And like, you guys knew what song was coming up just by the beginning of the beat. And I was like, yo, I like this song, but I never heard it before. I will vividly remember that to this day. I love that. That's my favorite mix. I don't even like the original. I like that. Wow. Yeah, the carnival mix.
So let's talk. Actually, I was going to say a certain boy band, but I want to wait a little later because I have something about them coming up and something I'm sure we're going to discuss as well. But NSYNC, what would you say?
Damn, that's
If
hard.
they even have a timeless song that will carry on where the other generations will know.
For me, there's 2 options: Tearing Up My Heart, but also Bye Bye Bye.
Yes.
Bye Bye Bye. I fucking hate that song. That's like my least favorite one that I like. But yeah.
Well, recently it had a revival, and a newer generation got to experience it because of Deadpool. And Deadpool was a big movie, and they had that whole sequence at the beginning of Deadpool. Remember?
Okay. Yeah.
So I do feel like Bye 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 for sure for NSYNC. But honest to God, and I'm not being a hater or whatever, but I think if we want to say classic, timeless, that will carry on generational, I think that's it. I think some people, like obviously millennials, the people who grew up with them, we're going to know Tearing Up My Heart. We're going to know I Want You Back.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite song, actually. Want You Back.
But even Girlfriend, now will you be my girlfriend?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a classic, timeless song for them. It was a hit for them. It was definitely a hit, but not timeless. Listen, a lot of artists have hits and go number 1, but is it a timeless classic?
What about Drive Myself Crazy?
No.
Or Pop?
Nope. I love that song too, but no. Bye Bye Bye, I honestly think it's thick. And don't get me wrong, girl. I love Tearing Up My Heart. I love I Want You Back. Like, I love those 2 songs.
Yeah.
But, no. That's it.
Yeah, Bye 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 is so corny to me, but like
but
that
it was a good
yeah. What is it called? No Strings Attached. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It over 2 million its first week, 2.4 to be exact.
Wow. Well, real millennials know I was just chilling with the fellas. No, 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 no.
That's
No.
my song. It makes me ill. See you, love and affection. I love that song.
Shout
Wait,
out Candy Burris.
Jinx. We listen. That's why people love
Shut
us.
up.
But what about let's say let's go.
Oh, I can
Tony
I can
Braxton.
do one.
Oh, you go first, and then we'll do Tony
I
Braxton.
got two. I don't really care for her, but Jennifer Lopez. When you think of her songs, which like two do you think?
Waiting for tonight.
Absolutely.
Waiting for tonight.
Yeah.
That's gonna go on. That's gonna go on.
And then there's one that's a little bit more recent.
On the floor.
I hate that song, but maybe, yeah.
It has Pitbull too.
That's probably why, because of Pitbull. But I was thinking more like I Ain't Your Mama, whatever that fucking song is.
What?
No?
No.
I hate that song, but I don't really care for her music. I only like her shit on
That be a timeless song. Hell no. I will say If You Have My Love will be.
Oh no, I lie. It's Waiting for Tonight and Let's Get Loud.
Oh, okay. How was that saying? That ain't your mama song.
I feel like her back in the day shit is like it trumps anything that she's been doing now. Like the music that she puts out now is kind of ass because also Jenny from the Block.
Ooh, girl, get out of my mind. I was gonna say that because my mom, Jenny from the Block.
Man.
Jenny from the Block. Maybe for certain markets, it would be timeless. And when I say markets, I don't see
Demographics.
I don't see ourselves going to London and then playing Jenny from the Block. Waiting for Tonight, yes, but not Jenny from the Block. Now, if you're from London coming to New York, I could see that in like 20 years, them playing Jenny from the Block somewhere.
The last time I heard that song was like in the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
But the only one that I could see here, like down the road, Waiting for Tonight. Not even like Love Don't Cost a Thing was a huge hit for her. But I don't see that like carrying on. What was the second artist you want to say?
Britney fucking Spears.
Well, that's something obvious, and I think that people are gonna be like, "Oh, they're gonna talk about Britney," and I'll go there. But before we'll end it with Britney. This is a deep dive in a conversation I want to have more, especially with guests, because music and there's so many artists that we love. Like we love music, and music really brought us together. Music really started.
Madonna. Music makes the people
come together. Hi, Madonna. And we'll keep Madonna for another show, another episode when we talk about this. But this is something I definitely want to start doing.
We need a part 2 because there's a lot of artists
we will do this more because we truly love music and it brought us together. And this is like a conversation that a lot of people, like kind of the top 5. Who's the top 5? Like this is something that I think a lot of people would like to enjoy and like debate while listening as well. But let's do Tony Braxton. We'll end it with Britney. Tony Braxton. What Tony Braxton songs do you think will like go on?
I love Tony Braxton. Oh my God. What's the one that So High? I Get So High.
I get so high when I'm around you.
And then Break My Heart. Hello.
Break My Heart for sure. Listen, I go to
the third one. Bonus. He wasn't man enough for me.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about that. Let's unpack that because I was gonna say right now when you said Break My Heart, I've traveled to places like DR, Jamaica, other places where you hear those artists or Jamaican art like do a fusion or sample it, and I'm like, Tony Brown, Like so, really? Yes, I've gone to DR. I remember vividly. I've been to DR and Jamaica specifically, where I've heard Tony Braxton like the Unbreak My Heart, them cover it like the melody, but obviously in DR Spanish.
Different genre.
Yes, girl. Yes. And obviously, we know Tony Braxton recently he wasn't man enough for me sampled by, I forgot the thing, but it was played everywhere. A classic also, a classic timeless song is also a song that is going to live on because you're going to hear artists cover, like sample it. And obviously, as a sample, they either bring back the artist somehow or curious minds like us search, and it's like, oh, it came from this, so it gives it life, and that's what makes it timeless, in my opinion. So yes, he wasn't man enough for me, for sure. My mom loved that song. She played that so much. That album, The Heat, she loved that album. And definitely Unbreak My Heart, classic.
That video was it Tyson Beckford that was like the love interest?
He's in King's Court. They did a.
I haven't watched that show, but I keep seeing like the commercials for it. It's on Rock, right?
It's on Peacock. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Listen, I didn't watch Queen's Court, so I'm not gonna get into Queen's Court. But for the people who want to watch it, it's on Peacock. It started, so yeah. Have you checked out the Ashanti and Nelly show?
I saw a clip and I don't care to watch it. I find them to be so corny. Like,
but before we think we gotta end it with Britney Spears, you brought Britney Spears, so let's end it with Britney Spears. I mean, off the bat, Baby One More Time.
Baby One More Time. Slave for You.
Slave for You. Toxic.
I'm gonna throw a fourth one, and this is for like the younger crowd because Hustlers made it popular. Give Me More. And there was like some video game that played that had Give Me More. I think it was Guitar Hero or some shit, or I don't know, one of those fucking.
To add another one, Oops, I Did It Again.
Yeah.
And it was revived through the Megan movie again. For a song to be played as like a main thing in the trailer, in a movie, like showing everywhere, over 20 years later, that's a classic. That's timeless. She has several, and that's crazy. Because I was thinking about Britney not this past week, and she was in the news for some of her antics on a plane. And I don't want to get into that because I like to live in a thing, but I really come to a point, it hit me this week where I'm like, I'm glad she's alive and I'm happy, however she wants to live her life. But I've come to a point where the Britney I fell in love with, the artist, the performer, that what made her smile and twinkle, that Britney's gone. Like, she doesn't want to perform, and she's just in her own world for a lot of reasons. And I give her grace for some of the reasons and stuff and sympathy. But that old Britney that I knew is gone. But I, as a fact, can sit here and be like, that I've come to closure with that, but I still will rep her to the day I die because that bitch has hits and is timeless. And right now, Baby One More Time, Oops. You said Give Me More. Slave, Toxic. Honey, that's a handful.
Oh, yeah, that's
a handful.
Sheesh. Yeah.
That's a handful. She even has had songs that were in singles that play in big movies like Bridesmaid. I've Just Begun.
I love that song. Yeah. I love that movie and I love that song. That's yeah.
Boys, when they
Boys with Austin Powers.
No, and White Chicks. Wait, what was the song that they like? Yeah, it was.
No, it was I Got That Boom Boom.
Oh yeah, I Got That Boom Boom. Oh, another song, which was supposed to be a single, but didn't become a single.
No, but Boys was in the Boys.
Austin Powers, yes, yes. One of my brothers actually, surprisingly, because my brothers are heterosexual men. One of them sent me and said that Every Time is their favorite song. And actually, no, they said between Lucky and Every Time.
Who said that?
I don't know. They probably said
I know it is. Someone sentimental.
You'd be surprised, but I'll tell you after the show. But yeah, we'll definitely be talking more, deep diving into these musical big hit conversations because there's so many.
We need to do hip hop next.
Oh, absolutely! I want to get into some art. That's like doing Tony Braxton.
We're gonna do Drake.
I was gonna get into Backstreet. I was gonna get into Whistle Men, but again, we love music, so definitely stay tuned in because we would definitely be deep diving into this conversation way more. But speaking of music, some concerts launched this past weekend. Bad Bunny's being one of them. His residency in Puerto Rico launched this past Friday, and what a friend he's been. Anything you want to say about it? Talk about? I know it's made me more excited. And our phones are really something because all I see now is everything popping up from like people put it in the concert or like the vibe he creates outside, influence on what to wear. Like I'm just seeing it pop on my phone. but it's making me way more excited to go. What are your thoughts? Did you see anything? Are you excited?
I'm excited to know and see that this is going to bring so much travel and tourism and business to the island. And the way that they are, curating the experience of going to the residency is not just, hey, come see the concert and like be on your merry way. He's actually making it entertaining for people that are not even like have tickets to go in. So that's something that I am very excited for. I cannot wait. Um, I feel like the little content that I've seen, because I'm more of a I want to see it in myself. I don't want to like know what to expect. From the small content that I have like watched, I see a lot of people like their fashions are not what I anticipated, but then at the same time, I think with Beyonce and the Renaissance tour and now people and Raul Alejandro making, a theme for like fashions, people really thought that there was a theme for this. Bad Bunny doesn't operate like that. He doesn't, that's not his MO. So I've been having a hard time finding a fucking outfit, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. But I do want to say that for the people that are going or have gone to the concert so far, please do not ruin it for others. Please let people enjoy themselves and be able to see it in action at that time. Like, I could understand if there are people that want to give a heads up to, visitors and say, hey, heads up, don't be late because they're going to start promptly, whatever. But to be overexposing and overbearing with like your content, like share that shit in your stories. Maybe I'll watch it. But if you're, I don't know. I just feel like I think that that's an experience. It's going to be a once in a lifetime experience. I don't see him doing this again. And he did say that this is going to be a very different type of concert than his other concert tours
overseas, yeah,
that you've gone to pretty much every fucking tour. So yeah, it needs to be in the eyes of the beholder. I don't need to see it through other people. I don't want to see it in other people's lives. So yeah.
Yeah, I felt the same way before initially on Friday when it launched. I'm like, I feel like but what's some time in a holy day with them? Because it's crazy because now it's popping up on my Instagram. Everything. Like it's popping up and obviously I'm gonna see it. So but I thought today, I'm like, you know what? I am watching some of these things instead of avoiding it. But I know what it is to be to a concert, and this is gonna be so different because it's Puerto Rico. Even though I'm seeing certain things, I'm thinking for myself. I'm telling you, it's still gonna be an experience because the little clips, the things you're seeing real quick in a reel, and what people are showing, that's cool and all. You may so they have that cool, but just being there, like I feel it's still gonna be like, whoa. And when you get the energy and the vibes of everyone there as well, and like I know it's still gonna be like a whoa, this is an experience. So I'm still all in all looking for it. Now I will say this too. I'd rather just me myself, like if I want to see it, like I'm doing right now because it's popping up in my reels, because hi world, hi government. They listen to everything we say. And Big Brother's watching, they curate everything. So now all the Bad Bunny stuff from Puerto Rico keeps popping up. But I'd rather choose to see it for myself. So like if I'm in a group chat with like some friends and stuff, like don't send it to me. Ask me, but don't send it to me. Like don't send it to me. I want to choose more.
One thing I do appreciate about like we've gone to like a shit ton of concerts together. You've gone to concerts that I haven't been privy to go to. Case in point, Britney Spears' residency in Vegas, we got to go. I think I went twice with you. You went multiple times. And then Bad Bunny. Never in the times that we've gone have I felt like you've kind of taken that thunder away, like what the expectation was. It almost, you know what I like kind of compare it to? You ever gone to see a Marvel movie or like, yeah, a Marvel movie or something, and like a person towards the end during the credits, like there's like a trailer or something for the next movie or like a little sneak glimpse. That's like if you're with someone and they tell you what happens before you could even watch it. I know because I experienced that shit.
Yeah, it's like getting spoiled. It's like a spoiler. Like some
Like,
people.
don't spoil it for me. You enjoyed yourself. You're gonna enjoy yourself again. Like, let it be. And I know that there's a lot of people that have FOMO from not being able to go to the concert and stuff. But at the end of the day, if those people choose to go to like watch all the content, that's cool. I just don't. And also, I don't want to see it from like all the way in the back. Like, no.
No, but all in all, I feel like I'm watching everything now because it's still going to be an experience no matter what. It's still going to be an experience no matter what. But speaking of an experience, and low key, high key, the more videos I see, because again, Big Brother is listening. Now I'm seeing a lot of reels of the Backstreet Boys who also launched their new residency. Is new because they already had a residency in Vegas. They launched a new residency at the Sphere in Vegas yesterday. Bad Bunny did it Friday, Backstreet Boys Saturday, yes. And I have to say, I've seen them already once in Vegas, and I'm so glad
I'm so jealous.
I'm so glad I seen them in Vegas. It was a great show. But this Fear thing,
it looks cool.
Low key, girl, I think we have to make a Vegas.
I would go to Vegas just to see. Like, I don't have the inkling or like the need to go to Vegas.
But that show looks good.
That show, I feel like I would go.
And the audience, I have to give it up real quick. I have to give it up because sometimes we complain about audience members. And I was thinking about this yesterday. I don't care how old I am. I will be 60 years old if God grants me those years to live at concerts, still jamming to the fucking music. I am not going to be sitting down or just standing there like mute, like a mummy or like some zombie. I don't think so. Judge me all you want. Oh, look at that old guy going off. Whatever, bitch. I'm going to still be jamming. So with that being said, shout out to the concert goers on that first night because they were jamming. I seen it. Shout out to the concert goers because they're millennials now too. Let's be real. For those people. And not only that, but you'll be surprised. A lot of people in Vegas, especially in Vegas, a lot of people that go to these shows sometimes are not even big fans. They're people that get comp tickets because they go to those hotels or whatever a lot. So you see them just sitting there. It's like, shout out
such a fucking killjoy.
Shout out to those fans that first night. But with that being said, the show looks dope, girl. And I low-key want to see it.
I want to go to the Sphere because it's so interactive and it makes you feel like you're tripping balls. But I know from hearing Andy Cohen talk about going to Sphere, he says it's called Sphere, not the Sphere, whatever. The fucking giant globe. When he went to go see the Grateful Dead, Dead and Co. with John Mayer, obviously it's very interactive. You see all the visuals and it makes you like, it's very overstimulating. So some people, like if you got epilepsy or like a condition where you can't be around those types of like sceneries, then you can go. But I was confused as to why Backstreet Boys, and I love the Backstreet Boys, I was just kind of like puzzled as to why they would do it, considering like the residency that they had was very, dancing around and moving around. Sphere does not bring that energy. It's more like you're listening to the music super loud and seeing visually like.
Have you seen the clips though? Have you seen some reels?
I saw the clips that you sent me. I haven't seen like a lot of clips.
Someone created a reel of like 10 songs that they do with the visuals in the background. It's cool.
Yeah? I'm cool. Down to see it.
But even they're dancing on stage, then it gets transformed into like the visuals and the big globe. It's cool.
Well, we need to see like how
long they're gonna be there.
Yeah,
look into that.
They're really expensive.
But I didn't know that. But speaking of concerts, I have a little game for you before we get into our next headline. I have a little game for you. Is concert check. I'm going to run down a list because, like you discussed, we've been through too many concerts together, but there's some concerts that you haven't been privy to come with me or that you didn't know. We didn't know each other yet when I was attending some of these conciertos. So I'm going to go down a list and you are going to tell me, have I seen these artists live or not? So here's concert check. Are you ready?
Sure.
First up, Hillary Duff. Have I seen Hillary Duff?
No. Ew.
Hillary Duff back in 2007 or 8, I believe, and it was for her album Dignity. She was touring for that album, and I love that album. That album was a bop. The one that had "Just Do It With Love, Love, Love."
Yeah, that's a good album.
So,
I like Gypsy.
I
I
love
was graduating middle school.
Ooh, anywho, next up, have I seen Sum 41?
Where I feel like I'm gonna say yes because you probably they were probably like an opener. Oh God, I love some 41.
Never seen Sum 41.
Whatever.
I knew it was gonna be a trick one.
Yeah, I'm fucking losing. Okay, go ahead.
All right, next, have I seen Ciara?
Yes.
Who's that? I believe it was 2016 in Boston. At the House of Blues. Next up, have I seen the Spice Girls?
Damn. Have you seen the Spice Girls? I think so. Yes, but right? You have. But I feel like Victoria wasn't there.
I'm gonna give you a yes. I have.
Okay.
Victoria was there. I seen the return back in 2007. I went to see them in New York, Long Island for the return of the specials, and it was all 5 of them. It's when Jerry came back. That was their reunion tour.
Oh, okay. Great time. Those bitches. If they ever go in concert, there's 2 people, Sade and Spice Girls. If they
and you said Stevie Wonder. Wait,
don't
Stevie. Yeah, that's a sore topic here.
That's a sore subject.
Go back to our episodes in the fall. It's a sad trajectory. Next up, Lady Gaga. Have I seen Lady Gaga?
Yeah, I think you saw her. Like young.
She was the opening act for New Kids on the Block, so I got to see early Gaga.
Damn.
Justin Bieber. Have I seen Justin Bieber concert?
No.
Next, Khalees. My milkshake brings other boys to the yard.
I think, yeah.
Actually, Khalees was the opening act for Britney Spears' Onyx Hotel tour in 2004.
Love her.
Kesha. Have I seen Kesha in concert?
I feel like she was an opener for Britney or something. So yes. Oh,
I've never seen Kesha in concert. Next up, have I seen Casey and JoJo in concert?
I think so. You go to those R&B things all the time. Well, once upon a time.
Actually, I seen them once upon a time when I was a teenager, honey. They were the opening act for TLC. My first concert ever. I seen TLC, the family tour, and Casey and JoJo. And I'm saying it here for the next game in the future, Destiny's Child. Next, last but not least, have I seen Selena Gomez in concert?
Oh my God. I think she was an opener for a concert.
I like to see Selena Gomez, but I would like to see Selena Gomez in concert. Yes, that is concert check. You got to come up with one, and we'll play it. You
already know what I've seen and what I haven't, so
I'm going to say this to you. Be creative. Think deep dive. Maybe your list won't be 10.
You know what I should do? I should do a list of the ones that I wanted to see that I missed the opportunity.
I'll win the game. I know.
Exactly.
Before we end the show, last week, a little after our last episode, there was this thing that broke which I found hilarious, of Big Sean having to address having fake abs. I guess there was this doctor, and I actually seen this reel. Speaking of certain celebrities, I guess it all prompted because Drake dropped a selfie, and because we are journalists and we like to give visuals here. If you're watching live or if you're watching, there's Drake And then there's Big Sean. That's a visual of both. Drake posted a selfie last week, which prompted, I guess, some cosmetic doctors to go on their reels and do a reporting of where maybe they could have allegedly had some ab implants or construction thing. People like Drake, Big Sean, and even French Montana have been accused of having fake abs.
Enhancements,
Fake abs, or taking steroids as basically steroids.
You better say allegedly.
I remember watching the Big Sean video. There's a certain song, I forgot the name of the song, but I was into the song for a little bit. I really liked it. I'm having a brain fart. But he was running on a treadmill and he had his thing. And even watching the video, I'm like, his abs are just like so kind of like poppy, chunky. Like they did look
very prominent, yeah.
Even me, I was like, and this was months ago. So now that this is picking up traction, and Big Sean actually came out and had to be like, no, I work out. And it's also like when I first came out, I was skinny. I put on pounds and have turned it into, I guess, what you see. What are your thoughts? And why? And do you think there's a double standard of the men who, like women getting plastic surgery versus men, like taboo, and why isn't it spoken about more of men that do low-key do procedures?
So I think as far as Big Sean, I feel like he's always had prominent abs. He's always been a good-looking man, but I feel like to go and say that he's gotten like enhancements is a stretch. I know he lives a very active and like vegan-esque lifestyle because of his partner Janae Aiko. But even like when he went on Drink Champs, he was like concerned about Noriega and about how Nori drinks so much. So I don't think he gives that whole like plastic surgery vibe. However, Rick Ross has said in the past that Drake has gotten abs done and all that shit and has gotten lipo. A lot of people have said that and speculated about Drake. And not just that, a nose job. So that's that, allegedly. As far as like it being like a double standard, I think it's crazy that people are quick to call out when women do it, whether it's because they want to do it for themselves or like they have their men's pay for it. Why is it okay for you guys to objectify women and like get mad if they go to DR to get a BBL or go to Colombia to get a tit job? But when a guy does it, it's like hush hush, like how dare you speak on that? He's working out in the gym. A girl can work out in the gym and bust her ass and gain an ass with time. So I feel like, you know what? I'm here for it. We're gonna talk shit about women getting surgery. If men get surgery, we're gonna have a magnifying glass too.
Just like in the movies, I've always said this quote. Growing up, you always see the women showing their titties. All the women got to show their titties. Other actors, whip out your dicks. That's what I said. I've always taught that since I was a little kid. I'm like, oh, why all the actresses always got to show their titties?
Do you think it's fucked up that like men that do nude scenes, they have to have a prosthetic put on their penises? Whereas women,
no, not all actors. Some actors have shown their real things.
Yeah, I know that, but like there are some like HBO, they don't allow. I think it's HBO and some other channel. They don't allow like your actual part to be shown. So you have to
tell me that the women's titties are fake. Because Samantha.
No. That's what I'm saying. That women show their actual
titties.
Breast. And men have to have the prosthetic. Why can't I see your little shrimp? That's not fair. If you got a shrimp, that's fine. Show it off. Rock it out. Rock out with your cock out. But like, why women have to be having their shit out in the open? And if that's the case, you better pay me double to show these tits.
I mean, that's always been, and that's a topic, a conversation, a topic for a different conversation, a different episode, because that's been a thing in Hollywood where it's like why women do. First of all, they get paid less than their male counterparts, but yet they have to be showing their booties and boobies. No, I've always been an equal opportunist, and that's because I also want to see the peens as I see the titties.
Exactly.
or even more.
You know, Eric Dane, when he was in Euphoria, they made him wear a prosthetic. And the recent White Lotus,
Oh yeah.
I think he was wearing a prosthetic too, and it's like, bro, show your what the hell? That's not fair.
Rock out with your style. And with that being said, we are ending down a high note. Ending this episode of the Inner Circle Podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another great week, another episode. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe, share. The like button, it's free and it's right there. While you're watching right now, you can hit. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next week on another episode of the Inner Circle Podcast. Adios.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle Podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.